All right, welcome to the split test video, right? So in this short video, I'm going to show you exactly how you can test for different audiences to see which one performs better, and how to let Facebook do the work for you so that you can get the best results for your business. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to come to create, right? When we get to create, we're going to set up what the marketing objective, right? Obviously, if you are trying to get sales, you should go for conversion, right? But make sure that you already have your pixel installed. I'm sure you already know that. Okay, so now I am going to choose the traffic objective because I want to send, let's say, I want to send people to the website to go, get more information about my sleeping tea and all that good stuff. Maybe I want to send to a blog or something. If you're trying to get sales, conversion is the guy you should go for. Make sure you have your pixel set up. So I'm choosing the traffic now. Let me take this down. So once I select my traffic objective, what I want to do is continue, right? I want to click on continue. So what that's going to do is it's going to take me straight to the you know campaign level so that I can run the ads, right? So now I'm in the campaign level. You can decide to name this whatever you like. Let me call this sleeping C demo. Let me name like that. You can call your ad whatever you want to call your ad. It doesn't really matter, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on next, right? So once I click on next, what's going to happen is I'm going to be able to do this. Sorry about this. I'm going to be able to do this when I come here. It's going to bring me to ad set level, right? Now it is this ad set that I'm going to be split testing because it is under this ad test that the ad sets rather that we have the detailed targeting that I showed you in the last video. Right, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to come here. Now remember that we talked about setting up these things based on your age, based on the age, the gender, location of the people you are trying to sell to, right? So what I'm going to do now is I want to look at the location. Where am I selling to, right? The areas that you're selling to, you can come here and select them. Now remember I said make sure you're clicking people who live in this location, not just living or recently, right? People who live in this location so that you can, target people living in a particular location, not just people who are walking past or traveling past an area. So you can then select the places you want to target. Maybe you want to sell to people in Lagos, Nigeria, Lagos, Abuja. So you can come and type in Lagos, select Lagos that you want to, sell to. If you are selling to Abuja, you can come select to Abuja and all that good stuff, right? So depends on where you're trying to sell to. You can select the places over here, right? But I'm going to leave that as let's assume I want to sell to only Lagosians, right? So I'm going to leave it as Lagos here. So now I'm going to come down and I'm going to say what is the age range of the people I'm trying to sell to, right? So I want to come here where it says age. And from what we looked at in the last video, I'm trying to sell a sleeping tea. And we said that people who are from ages 34 what are most likely going to be buyers for my product. So I could leave that 34 to 65, there's no problem at all. So I could leave this, right? So what's going to happen is the next thing is I have selected this. Now remember we said the gender. If your business is women based, you can come and select women. If it's men based, you select men. But I'm going to leave it at all because anybody can get the sleeping water tea, right? Of course, you can always test that. So this is the first thing I am going to what to do, right? Can you see that? Now this is my first ad set. Now, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go next because Facebook has changed the algorithm. It used to be easy for you to do your split test right here, but Facebook has changed the system again, so we can't do that here. So we have to go to the next part. Oh, I already clicked on publish incidentally. Let me see. Let me pause this so that I can do that. I can fix that. All right, so obviously it could not publish because we are not finished setting up anything, right? So you want to come in and then choose the image you want to use for your ad and all that good stuff. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to come and I'm going to select an ad that I want to run. I'm sure you already have your ad and all that good stuff. If you have issues with the right images to use for your ad, we have a training program that's going to teach you how to write ads, use the correct images. This is just a test though. Don't run an ad like this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on publish, right? So now I've selected the right thing, it's going to publish. Now I'm going to show you how you can do your split test, on the ad set level, so that you can successfully, test the right audience, right? And so that Facebook can do all the work, all the hard work for you, right? You don't want to be stressing yourself thinking about what is going to work, what's not going to work. So you want to come out of there, you want to cancel that. Now you're going to see this guy. So look at this. I want to come back to ad set level here, right? So I want to click on ad set, because that's what we're going to be doing the split test. So when you come to ad set, you're going to say it's in review, right? So what you want to do is you want to click on where it says A/B test, right? Once you click on A/B test, what's going to happen is it is going to bring you to a page like this, right? And then they're going to ask you what variable you want to test. So what you want to do is you want to come to where it says custom, right? So you want to click on your custom, then you're going to see that it brings up something like this. Now what you want to do is you want to click on next, right? You want to click on next. When you click on next, it's going to ask you what metric do you actually want to measure. Now there's a lot of options there. You can choose cost per purchase. If you're running your conversions campaign, you can choose cost per purchase. If you're running a traffic, you can choose cost per result. What does it cost to get a particular result you're hoping for, right? So I'm going to choose cost per result here, and I'm going to click on review test. So what's going to happen is it is going to say duplicate ad set, right? Now it's going to say duplicate my ad set, and then I am going to click on replicate duplicate ad set. So now this guy is actually going to duplicate, and you're going to see a symbol that represents or before then we're going to have to go do our detailed targeting and all. Now, so if you look here, it has brought us back to the campaign, the what's called the ad set level, right? So at this on this what's called ad set level, you're going to see how to put your second targeting. Now, if you remember, we said we can target it broad, right? Which is what we did in the last video. In the last ad set, we allowed that guy to be broad. We didn't put in any targeting in that one. So what we're going to do here is we're going to come to the targeting now, and we put something related to what we're trying to sell. Do you understand? Do you understand? This was the first ad. You look at it, it's empty. We didn't put anything over here, right? So now we're going to come to detailed targeting, and we're going to say what is similar to what we're trying to sell. Now, if I'm trying to sell sleeping tea, then something that's very similar to that would be insomnia, right? Like I said in the other video, right? So if I come in and I type insomnia, for some reason I don't know why Facebook thinks I don't know how to spell. Alright, insomnia. So once I click on that, it's going to come up, right? Like I said, one or two is enough. You put a lot of things. Do you understand? So if I've selected insomnia, then what can happen is I can decide to say, Facebook, give me one more suggestion that is close to insomnia, and that will be sleeping positions or something, right? So I've selected that, yeah. So what's going to happen now is I am done with what I'm trying to do, yeah, which is test the second audience. Do you understand what I'm saying? Now, so what I'm going to do after that is I am going to click on publish, right? So once I click on publish, it is going to get published. Facebook is going to go and review the campaign. Do you understand what I'm saying? So what if I wanted to test another audience to see how another audience is going to work? All I'm going to do is follow the same step. Do you understand what I'm saying? Follow the same step like I did in the first place. Do you understand? Now, if I close this and come out here, you're going to notice something. You're going to see that the symbol here has changed to something like a funnel. Is this a funnel? This is not a funnel though. To something like a beaker. This is a science term. But you're going to see this symbol here that looks like a cup or something with a flat bottom. So you see it's in review. When you see this symbol, then you know that it is in a split test mode. So what if I want to test a third audience? I could simply come here and click on A/B test as well, right? So when I click on A/B test, it's going to still do the same thing. Do you understand? It's going to ask me to select the variable. So I'm going to say I want to do custom, right? And then I'm going to say that in the custom that I want to do, that here's what I want to do, that I want to click on next. So it's practically the same thing, the same step. So you don't have to worry about are you doing the right thing, are you doing the wrong thing. Now there's something I didn't talk about when I was doing the first split test, which is the start and end date, right? You can select how long you want to add the run for the test. If you want to test for 5 days, you can test for 5 days, right? You can test for 3 days. 3 days is the minimum, 72 hours. You can test for 72 hours, which is 3 days, right? So that will be February 1st to, let's say, February 4th, right? That would be, would that be 3 days or third, whichever one means how many days. You can test for 10 days as well, you understand? But the minimum is 72 hours. That's 3 days, right? So I'm going to leave it there, first to fifth. So I'm still optimizing for cost per result as my key metric, right? So all I'm going to do now is I'm going to click on review test, right? So Facebook is going to say yada yada yada. I'm going to say duplicate ad set. So when I click on duplicate ad set, what's going to happen is it's going to take me back to the ad set dashboard again, so that I can then put in the right audience that I want to target. You understand what I'm saying? So that is really how you split what test. So after 4 days, 3 days, depending on how many days you set it, Facebook is now going to tell you that it's going to give you a result that shows that, hey, this is what we've done, this is the result we get or we've gotten for you, right? And this is the best performing audience. So that way, all your future campaigns that you'll be running, you already know, because Facebook has given you the data. You now know the correct audience to what pick. Do you understand? So now, what kind of audience can I put here? I can decide to put the niche of what I'm selling, right? Of course, if you're selling health supplements, then your niche should be a health and wellness niche, right? So I'm going to come here and I'm going to select health and wellness. So if I come here and I click on health and wellness, health and wellness, health and wellness. All right, look at this. There's health and wellness over here, right? So when I click on health and wellness, what's going to happen is what you see. It's going to take its time to load. Do you understand? It's going to take its time to load. Do you get that? Now, something else I could do is I could take this one step further and say, show my business to people who are interested in health and wellness, but are also by behavioral nature engaged shoppers. Do you understand? Engaged shoppers. You can see that that's the behavior, right? Can you see purchase behavior? See where it says purchase behavior, right? You can see that it shows that this one engaged towards shoppers. Do you understand? So what this will do is Facebook is going to look for people who are in the health and wellness niche, who are interested in health and wellness, right? And are also engaged shoppers. By the way, you can also do this for the other two split tests I did. I just didn't put it there, right? It's not compulsory, right? But this is a good practice. So what we'll now do is simply click on what's published, and that is exactly how you run a split test what campaign, right? So this is really how you find out the best audience and the perfect audience for your product or service you're trying to sell. Because this way you're not stressing your head. Facebook is going to go into the market and find the best quality audience for you. Do you understand? And of course, when Facebook does that, once you have your best audience, you can keep running that, and then you can always retarget the people who don't convert, because not everybody's going to convert, right? And that is why I made a video for you as well that shows you how to retarget everybody who has engaged with your business but did not convert for some reason, right? So if you put these strategies together, right, you use this training video I just showed you, this step-by-step guide, to find your perfect audience for your product, right, and you start making sales. What you can then do is set up a retargeting campaign that is going to follow up the people who do not convert, right? So let's say you made you started running your cold campaign. This is optimizing for you and you're getting sales, right? Now it's important to know that not everybody who sees your ad is converting, because not all of them know you. So some of them might still be thinking about it. So what you can do is set up a retargeting campaign, and I made a video lesson that shows you how to do that, so that the people who don't convert, you can send a retargeted ad to bring them to increase your conversions and increase your sales, right? So I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it for you. I hope you found value. That's the most important thing. Now I need you to understand that all of this is good and important and nice and wonderful that you're learning, but if you do not implement these strategies in your business, you're not going to get results. As simple as that, right? So please, take notes of every single thing. If it means watching this video again and again, right, do that, and then make sure you implement these strategies in your next marketing campaign. All right, my name is Paddy once again. It's been a wonderful ride. Don't forget to look at the letter from the CEO. I have another package for you, something you're going to love, right? And it's a thank you package because you bought this program, right? So go check out letter from the CEO, and then you're going to get that package. My name is Paddy. Thank you so much. I'm happy you're here. I'm happy you checked this out. I wish you the very best in your business. If you need any help, have any questions, you're going to see my number under this video on this page. You're going to see that you're going to be able to contact me. If you want me to run your campaigns for you or something, then no problem. You can always reach out to me, right? So as you've seen in this video, it's important to test, right? That's the secret way. There's no such thing as a hack here and there. You have to be able to test, be ready to spend the money to test, so that you can find a winning ad, audience, right? So once you dial in on the best audience, you'll be able to scale your ad effectively. You'll be able to get more results. All right. So take it easy. I look forward to hearing from you. All right. Bye bye.